How's it going today, guys? This is Upside Down Ace, and welcome to the fastest car in the world in 1987. This is the RUF CTR Yellowbird. And look at that RUF badge. That is the only badge on the outside of the car that indicates that this isn't a Porsche. It's so tiny. Look, there's nothing written on the back of it. Now, it got its Yellowbird name from Road and Track magazine, who said that the yellow paint job looked reminiscent amongst the sky, and that the chirp from the blow-off valve reminded them of a bird. And I think the other reason is, look at that spoiler. It reminds me of a ducktail. I don't know, that's the first thing I think about it when I see it. So, maybe not a yellow bird, maybe this is the yellow duck. I mean, look at that. It's got that little bend to it, like a duck does. I mean, it looks like that. I also love these taillights. I love just the line at the bottom. It looks kind of futuristic, but in a 1987 way. Look, you see all the screws. Really, really cool looking car from the outside. I love these old 911s. And they just look so classic, even though they still have that same body shape. Now, back to the fastest car in the world part. This thing goes from 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds and a top speed of 211 miles an hour. Now, that's beating out Ferrari F40s, Porsche 959s, you know, the premier cars back then. But it also had them in the price range as well. RUF, when this car debuted, RUF was charging people $223,000 for a new one. In 1987, that is ridiculously expensive. But then again, you do pay a premium to have the fastest car in the world. Now, they actually only made 29 CTR Yellowbirds. The other amount of Yellowbirds were previous Porsche owners who said, hey, turn my 911 into a Yellowbird. That's how most of them were made. Now, how they transform this car is they take the Porsche 3.2 liter flat 6 and they completely change it. They make it bigger. Now it's a 3.4 liter engine in this car. They highly tune it. They put their own custom-made transmission in there to have complete control over the gear ratios, because they didn't like the 4-speed transmission offered in the turbo engine. So they changed it completely. They put bigger turbos. There's 2 turbos on there. There's 2 intercoolers. They moved the oil filter to the fenders so they could keep room for the intercooler so it wouldn't be blocked on one side. It also featured stuff like lighter panels. The entire body was lighter. It had an integrated roll cage for stability and customer safety. And it also featured better suspension and better brakes, you know, to kind of keep up with the whole 3.4 liter, 211 mile an hour part. The other thing they added were polyurethane bumpers, which was another unique part to the car. So, has it all worked? Well, the straight line speed on this thing is incredible, but I felt the handling to be slippery. It's not bad, it's a little slippery, but this is a very good track car because it held the record at the Nürburgring for a while, you know, the entire lap record, so that is very impressive. I just felt it's a little tricky to control. You have to be it's a little frisky in the corners, we'll put it that way. Look at this side view mirror. That looks like an ear. It doesn't look like a mirror. It literally looks like the car has an ear. It's very odd, and it's like a weird oval shape. It doesn't look very safe. But then again, I guess if you want this car, you probably aren't thinking about your personal safety. So, yeah, like I said, if you're going to drive this car, I recommend upgrading the brakes, because even though RUF upgraded them, you still have to brake pretty early for these turns because you're going so fast. But this is a great car, guys, so if you want to have something fast and fun, I recommend it. So, guys, that's my review. If you enjoyed it, please like it. And as always, guys, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more videos.